Okay.
All right, now we're live. But now, hopefully, everybody comes back.
Yeah, nobody's here just yet. So for those of you watching after the fact, we had some technical difficulties and
we had to restart.
Hey, there's some peeps.
So now people are coming in. So welcome, everybody. I have no idea what happened.
No, it would not be Needles at the Ready without some trouble. Oh,
hey.
Hi.
Hi, Amber.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, hey, Stephen B.
Okay, great.
Todd Michael Thomas.
Yeah, welcome to the Poop Show.
What's up?
Mm-hmm. Is our microphone working okay?
Yeah, can you guys hear us good?
Can everybody hear us? Can everybody see us?
Hi, Amy. Amy from Happy Little Yarn.
Well, there's Caleb from Drowning in Yarn. Hi, Caleb. Hi,
Caleb,
Brian, if Brian's hanging out with you too.
There's Nitty Witch, who we met. So we hope everybody's doing well today.
We do.
Thank you for joining us. We're just decided, since we didn't podcast last weekend because of Rhinebeck. And
yeah, we had a little something going on that weekend.
Just a little
something.
And just to kind of keep on with our normal podcast schedule, instead of doing one this weekend, we decided to do a live so that we could just dedicate this live to our time at Rhinebeck, show our Rhinebeck haul, and don't judge, guys. Don't judge on the haul.
No. We know it's a judgment-free zone.
It was bad.
It was bad.
We were bad, you guys.
Yeah, but we didn't have, the intention was not to be bad. It was our first Rhinebeck. We don't need excuses. Why are we making excuses for ourselves? No.
Oh, there's Kitten.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay. So let's talk about just like Rhinebeck.
Well, first,
like the day.
What I kind of want to say, just to like wrap it up.
Oh, happy birthday, Nadia.
Happy birthday. I want to say, like, thank you to everybody who stopped to talk to us and spend part of their day with us.
Hey, Bob.
It was
unbelievably humbling.
Yeah, it was a really humbling experience. Like, we knew that we would see some people who watch our
Poop Show,
our channel. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize the number of people that we would get to see. So it was incredibly humbling. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had.
Yeah, same. We were so high on the Rhinebeck fumes.
There's a Rhinebeck high, y'all.
There totally is.
For sure.
Yeah. And we came home and we just couldn't stop smiling the whole car ride home. We just couldn't stop talking about how awesome it was. Yeah. And then, of course, Sunday happened, which was completely, we'll get to that, but it was unexpected. But I'm so excited.
Hey, Karen.
There's Karen.
Somebody wanted, and Diane wants to know where Tarquin is. He is over here.
He's right there laying in the window.
This is our front living room window over here.
Our only living room.
Well, so our living room window is over here, and we have a couch up against it. So that's his spot. He's laying in the window. Oh, there's our hold it, wait. There's our stalkers from the knitting posse.
Right.
At least one of them.
And we'll talk about the ruckus that they caused.
Yeah, the knitting posse has been stalking us. They're always trying to get us to go out for chicken sandwiches and yarn shopping.
Which should totally be a thing. It really should. There's my mother. Hi, Marianne. I mean, hi, Mom. Marianne is my mom. If anybody wants to say hello, that's my mom.
There's Aaron. Hello, Aaron. Fiber Hustle. Do you see him?
I do.
Yes. So, Paula, we are going to show what we got.
Yes.
We had some projects in mind. So overall, the experience of Rhinebeck, I think, so we went both days. The last day was unexpected.
Totally. Which could not have been better, though.
Right. It was,
the whole experience was fantastic.
It was an amazing time. And what's really cool about Rhinebeck, if you haven't been before, is the 2 days have very different feelings and vibes to them.
Yes.
That first day, the Saturday, is when kind of everybody goes.
The energy level was I
almost want to say it had a hectic, chaotic vibe to it, but not in a bad way, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Oh, hi, Woolens and Nosh.
Oh my gosh, wait till you guys
see. It's awful.
Yeah. So, okay, so we will definitely show all of our stuff, but we have to talk about just the experience itself. Was incredible. I know we said that, but We got up nice and early. We hit up Mickey D's.
Yep.
For some what are those pancake sandwiches called?
Oh, we got some McGriddles on the way.
And so it was a nice drive. It took us about an hour and 40 minutes to get there.
Yep.
And there were a lot of people. And I hear that it wasn't as busy as previous years, or some people were saying, but it was a lot of people.
Yes.
And
a ton of people.
But it was really easy to get in. The lines moved really, really fast.
Yeah, I was impressed with the parking, and I was impressed with how quickly they let everybody in. The lines were incredibly long when we first got there. So
hi, Steve. Hi, Linda.
Going back, even just like the overall feel, one of the, I think, best things about the experience too was being around people with like minds.
Oh my gosh.
And who have the same passion. And for me, the main project I saw was Slipstravaganza. Oh, yeah. This was everywhere.
It really was.
Everywhere.
And it was so cool because everyone was so different.
Yep.
It was so cool. So anyway, we got there. We didn't really know. It's very overwhelming.
Yes, it is.
For those of you who have been, or those of you who have never been and like thinking about going, it's very overwhelming. And luckily we ran into our tour guide, Todd.
Yes. We ran into Todd, who was fantastic.
Yep.
We got to hang out with Todd the entire day, which was great.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. He, so like, you have like the list of the booths and stuff, and some of the barns are like A through E, we'll just say, and then the other ones are like numbered 29 through something or another. So when we first got in, we were just like, Christy Glass was over there in the corner greeting people as soon as they walked in. It was just like, whoa, what is going on? And everybody was so nice. Everybody's wearing like knitted things. There were a lot of families. It was so cool.
It was warm though. It was going to hit 75 that day. So we did not go dressed appropriately because we thought it was supposed to rain.
I didn't wear my sweater. We had to wear our sweaters.
We wore our sweaters we wore these to Rhinebeck for
these are Rhinebeck
an hour on day number 1.
Yes.
You were wearing what? Ranger?
This is Ranger by Jared Fleck.
This is, I want to say, you know what? Caleb said it properly when him and Brian had their last podcast. I keep saying Ivan, and it's not, because it's Ivon. So I would say Ivan. Would you say Ivan?
Maybe.
The Ivan cardigan. And by Veronique Avery, which is a Brooklyn tweed pattern. So this is what we started our day with on Saturday, and we took them off about an hour in, I would say.
Oh, and just to explain like where we're looking, we have the live stream streaming to the TV, so the chat is nice and big and we can read it that way.
Yeah.
The camera's like right here, and then we have the laptop like down
below
here.
Us. So that's why we're kind of looking past. Yeah. I feel like we're looking past you guys.
Me too. But we're looking we're looking with you.
So everybody
So anyway, my point was that we were getting very lost, and then Kevin was like, you know what? Let's just start at the beginning, thinking that there really was a beginning.
Correct.
So we thought barn A would be the beginning. And luckily we ran into Todd, because he kindly explained to us that it really wasn't the beginning. But he did show us where A was. And we kind of just like went in and out of different things. It took a while to make that first purchase, I think, because we were just like so.
No, you made your first purchase really quickly. Early in the day, you purchased a skein of yarn. Why don't you get it?
Would you like to see?
So, and it kind of, I think how we're going to do it is we'll show our yarn kind of as we progress through the 2 days.
Maybe.
So I hope that's how it's going to work.
Like in the bottom of the bag.
So we went and we started with.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
We started with A, and we were walking our way through A, B, C, and D were together. Yes. I think E may have been a separate building. And you made your first purchase in one of those.
I did. And I saw this yarn, and the color really spoke to me. This is Merino Yak Blend by Periwinkle Sheep. It's in a sapphire colorway. Oh, that's coming out pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
It's pretty accurate. This part is more accurate.
Yeah,
you can see the shadows up here, but this is really what it looks like.
For sure.
Here, it is 70% superwash merino, 20% yak, and 10% nylon. It's 435 yards, and it was made in South America, hand dyed in Albany, New York. It's so soft. So, yeah, I saw this. It was hanging on like one of the booths, and I didn't know. Like in my head, you try to envision like what it's going to look like, but the boots were nothing like I thought they were going to be. They were like kind of created little rooms almost in a lot of these places. And because they kept some distance, which I'm sure you probably have heard from other podcasters, other people that have been there. Sarah, this was like hanging on one of the outside. And I just kept looking at it. And anyway, I'm not sure what this is going to be. What?
Sarah said, I heard 9-inch circular needles in person. It was lovely.
Okay. So I don't know if this is you, Sarah, or not, but this was such a great, this was early on in the day. We don't know. We, like Kevin was saying, it was a very humbling experience. And I know we have viewers and people who follow us and stuff and whatever, but our podcast, like we are who we are. And we love hanging out with you guys. And we just feel like we're like old friends. And so we were coming out of one of the barns and somebody had come up to us and said, hey, we're BFFs right now. Anyway, no, it was like, we're BFFs, right? And we were like, absolutely. Right. And she said, I heard sing it. And I'm like, you want me to sing it? She's like, say it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, we're BFFs. She's like, no, Kevin's like, Ray, she wants you to say 9-inch circular needles. So I'm like, oh yeah. That's the thing. It was so. But then you were like, well, I could whisper in your ear. Yeah, I was like so awkward. I'm sorry if that was you, Sarah. If I made you uncomfortable, I didn't know what to do. That was her. It was great. It was hysterical. That was really early on in the day. I think that was right after I bought this. Yeah, it was pretty close. And then that part of the day too, I made my first purchase. And I'm going to show you guys the yarn, but I'm also going to show, because I've started using it. So if you are not interested in seeing the Stephen West shawlography, you can look away soon. I'll talk about it now. So I went, and one of the boots that we saw was fiber optic yarns. And the funny thing about this is that Ray's mom was sending you messages. Yeah, she sent me this message just saying. It must have been right before we got there. It was. It was right before we got to, right before we got into that barn. Like we were in that barn, but a couple of booths away. And she sends a message saying, hey, check out Fiber Optic Yarns. They seem to have a really cool booth or display. Display. So we found them when we were walking through one of those initial buildings that we were in, somewhere between the A and D area. Yeah. And we got to talking to, I forget his name, unfortunately, but one of the guys working in the booth who was super helpful, really friendly. Totally. Watch the podcast. Actually, just had done a retreat in New York. So we got to looking, and then I picked up my 5 colors for my Stephen West shawl. Yeah, you did. So I'm going to show the colors. Wait, these 2 are attached currently. So Cookie's using one of your yarns in the shawlography. How fun. So here goes color. This is oatmeal. And fiber optic yarn, this is an 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. So I purchased oatmeal, and here's their tag. Yeah, here's their business card. Kimber Baldwin is the dyer and the owner. Hi, Lila Styles. Hi, Lila Styles. So we have oatmeal, and then my next information. So show notes, we're gonna try to link these yarns in some of these shops below. Usually we don't do that with the lives, but because we have so much to show, and a lot of these yarns we might go fast with, we will try. Just if you're watching this afterwards, the show notes should be down below, but just give us some time to get them all together. And I believe this one is Nebula. Ooh. So this is a really pretty orange. What's cool about the tags too, this one here is graphite. So look at the tags, guys, where the name is. It tells you who worked on the yarn. So this is Hannah worked on it. That's cool. The previous one was Jeff. And then can you hold this one up? Yeah, please? I'd love to. This one is Atlantic. This one's one of my favorites. You did a good job. And then this one is gold. Yeah, really, really pretty. So this was my first purchase.
And this was one of the things that I had intended to purchase. So now I'm going to give you guys the sneak peek of the shawl because
and how it works together.
I started knitting it last week.
Right, because you waited. You wanted to wait for Rhinebeck to start it.
All right, are you guys ready? If you're not ready to see this, look away. So here's the shawl so far. It's kind of hard to see my colors here, but this is kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, they're gorgeous together. Yeah, you really do great color choices.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really lovely to work with.
Yeah,
and something I learned about a cashmere blend, the reason that they put nylon in a cashmere blend is because cashmere pills very easily. Mm-hmm. So nylon helps to prevent the cashmere from pilling so fast.
Oh,
so it adds that durability to your knits when you have something with cashmere in it. If you get nylon, if it's a blend. So that was really good to learn.
Yeah. And I bought 2 skeins as well. And Kimber actually did explain to us, and this is the cool thing about, getting to meet the dyers behind this, is they talk about their bases and you learn a little bit of something, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So this is, I got 2 skeins as well. This I absolutely love. This is called Mesa. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this one is Sedona. It's almost like it reminded us of like pumpkin almost. We had that fall kind of feeling.
That one almost actually, the Sedona almost went into my shawl. Yeah. That almost took the place of this.
Right.
That was actually in my hand first. And then I went with this and you grabbed Sedona.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Because I didn't want to steal your thunder, but since you weren't using it, I needed to.
Yeah.
So she was talking about the length of the fibers in choosing
her merino. It comes from Italy.
Yeah.
So it's just really cool to hear somebody's story on how they made the choices on the yarn that they use and like the blend of it. So it was just a great time, and the kits there were beautiful. I probably could have spent all of our money there.
Totally.
There was one for the honeycomb shawl that you did by Stephen West.
Yes.
They had a beautiful fade
I don't
there.
think I took a picture of it.
It was really, really good.
It makes a difference when you get to see like projects with the yarn, and touch them and feel them. They started getting very, very busy, but our first time seeing them, really, really cool.
Yeah.
The yarn
really
is
beautiful.
super soft.
It's beautiful to work with right now. Yeah. I'm thoroughly enjoying working with the yarn. It's gorgeous. Same. So those were our first purchases, and that's kind of where and then, so right after making these, we were walking out of a building and you and Justin from Bearded Pearl ran into each other. I saw you guys connect, and then I looked over and I saw Caleb. So we got to run into Justin and Caleb, which was fantastic to finally meet them. We've had the pleasure of knitting with them on our Thursday night knit nights and just chatting with them on Instagram. So
to meet these people in person,
to meet friends.
Yeah. And
we've been online friends with for a really long time. Like to get to see them in person was such a highlight of the day.
And what a weird concept, or weird thing, but cool that you can be friends with somebody without really meeting them. And then when you meet them, there's no disappointment. There's no like, oh, I'm glad to like meet you. It's like, oh, hey, we're friends. Like it just magically like happens,
for sure.
Like you feel like you've known each other forever. But it was really cool. It was cool to get and give hugs.
Correct.
To them. It was really fun.
I just want to address 2 things. So Elisa said, Rhinebeck makes me want to do Fair Isle. Oh. I 1000% agree.
Yes.
I saw so many Fair Isle sweaters that is on my bucket list for next year.
Yes.
2022 Fair Isle is right up there. They were gorgeous. I saw cardigans and just yoked ones, and it was so good. I was in awe of like the beautiful sweaters that we saw. And then Kitten wanted to know if we started our fund yet for Rhinebeck next year.
I love that. So if you want to organize that for us, I'm happy.
I've applied for other jobs so that I can fund next year's trip.
Truth. Hashtag truth. We need part-time jobs.
So we ran into Caleb and Justin.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. That's a good point. When we were talking about being friends, it's like there are no embarrassing first impressions when you're already friends, and that's exactly what it's like.
A Rhinebeck GoFundMe.
We totally. Can you imagine? We should all get on that.
So at that time, did we meet Michelle then?
Yeah, I think Michelle was with them. Oh, and we also met their porch knitter friends.
We did meet their porch knitter friends.
And I believe we have an invitation to go and hang out on their porch.
So we'll need to make it to Wisconsin.
We're making the invitation.
Someday.
Yeah, we're doing it ourselves. Yeah, next time we go to Wisconsin. I think it was a 16-minute drive. That would be awesome. 16-hour drive or something like that.
Fantastic. We're right on it.
Yeah.
And so that was really the beginning of our
that was when
social
when things just exploded.
Happened at Rhinebeck. So we had
because you know what, actually that happened at a good time because I was starting to feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
In the barn.
Yeah.
And I know, like we said before, there weren't as many people, I think, as years past. I can't imagine the feeling of more people.
I know that actually,
because at one point I was like, I can't even like think about touching yarn right now because there's just like so much happening.
And here's like one of my now how I would treat Rhinebeck in the future, having been there one time, is I think it's great
that one
time. Knowing what I know now, I think it's really good to go through at the beginning of the day and just peruse.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want one of the special like Rhinebeck colorways or a souvenir, like something that you know there's going to be a limited amounts of. I think it's really a good idea to peruse, just do your walkthrough, get an idea of what you want, and go back at the end of the day.
Yes.
Or for Rhinebeck, if you're going to go back the second day, try to get it the second day. That's what I will do next year when we go. I've already decided that because I do agree the booths were very full.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning of the day, people wanted to get their yarn. So it was very overwhelming trying to shop. So that's kind of what I would do in the future.
But lucky for us, and all evidence to the contrary, but lucky for us, that really wasn't our intention, was
Correct.
To like make sure we get in line for Miss Babs, make sure we get this specific colorway.
Right.
Like we much prefer just experiencing it. And I think even years going forward, that's the part that I'm going to remember the most, not the shopping part, but the part where you can meet friends and make new friends and other people who like share, like you said, like the craft and great like suggestions and advice. Super, super fun. So anyway, that was a busy booth at that time of day, which was
Ms.
probably
Babs. Yeah. The line was like 20 or 30 deep. We didn't do that.
No. And we waited, and guess what? We have some Miss Babs to show.
Right, we will show some Miss Babs because
there was nobody there.
Like 2:30 to hit the Miss Babs booth.
Yeah.
Hey, Boozy Bears, what's going on?
Up?
And hey, Donna and Annette.
Oh, so Mary asked a good question. Did anybody mask up in the barns?
Yes, absolutely.
We did. Most people did.
Yeah.
When you're out like open air, a lot of people, went without masks, and they had signs and stuff. You're vaccinated, which we're both vaccinated. So we didn't go with masks out in public.
Right,
or
out in the open.
The fields and stuff. But when we got really close to people, a lot of people, we put ours on.
Here's a good thing to know, too. So when I pictured Rhinebeck, I pictured it being in a field, and it's so not.
No, it's so not.
So don't worry about getting muddy. We wore boots, and they were very uncomfortable by the end of the day.
Although the wool socks definitely added some cushioning. So
yes,
I did recommend wearing some wool.
Did I wear wool socks? I think I did.
I did.
So all right. So we meet Justin, Caleb, they're knitting porch friends. We got to meet a bunch of you guys there, and then we ran into Abigail from Covert Knits.
Oh my gosh, how
so we got
great
to see
was
Abigail,
that?
Which was great. I saw her. She had posted on Instagram like her haul from India Untangled. Yeah. So we ran into her and got a picture.
I have FOMO for missing out on like some of the events leading up to Rhinebeck.
Yeah,
like they had India Untangled.
They're adding more to the Rhinebeck lineup. Like things start happening on Thursday, so there's like something on Thursday, something on Friday. And then you have Rhinebeck Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
So we met Abigail, which was great. And then we...
Oh, I love your name, A Beautiful Day to Crochet. That's beautiful.
And we actually took a break, right? We stepped away. Hey, the Paw Ply guys.
Hi.
Hey. So we really did take a break, and we walked out of the grounds and just went into the out like to the car, dropped stuff off. Like I think that's when we put our sweaters there.
So
got our totes from our I-95 Shop Hop totes to go back in, and then we just
because
needed,
it started getting warm.
It was warm, and we just needed like 10 minutes just to get rid of our overwhelmness just from the whole Rhinebeck experience. And then we went back in, and that was about quarter of, and we went to the hill to get to the hill.
We only bought one thing before we went to the hill. Probably
we did very little shopping before the hill.
Okay, so let's talk about the hill or the slope, how we like to call it.
Yes.
So we, people were telling us you have to meet everybody. Everybody goes to the hill around noontime, for meetups and.
Well, we didn't even know the time. We asked Todd. Todd told us it was noon.
No, but I think somebody said around noon.
I don't know.
No? All right. Well, Todd told us everything. So I thank God Todd.
Yeah, we deferred to Todd for everything.
Yeah, we deferred to Todd for everything. So if you've never been, we were looking for this gigantic, like this hill.
I was looking for
like a sledding hill.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
In like the middle of
a field.
Yeah. So it really wasn't. We were actually, I think, standing in front of the hill
and didn't know it was
said,
the hill.
Where's the hill? Todd's like,
it's there.
So that part was really cool. So
oh my gosh, it's so funny.
It was. And
it is more of a bump, Aaron. It really
totally
is.
Yeah,
it's
totally
not
is.
A hill.
But they've got like, so it's a slope up. They got some benches set up against there's like a back wall kind of thing. And everybody it's a larger area. Like it's a long area. So you can definitely fit a lot of people there. But that was where we met so many awesome people.
We met so many people. We met Susan, who's here.
We did. We played bingo with
Susan,
sometimes.
who we played bingo with. Nice. Hey, Superfine Yarn Co. We met, oh gosh,
Nitty Witch.
We met Nitty Witch.
We did, and she actually, I think she gave us some stuff.
So we met Nitty Witch.
And look at this cute little stitch marker. This
awesome.
is one thing that we really don't.
Okay.
We didn't do a very good job with. Oh, there we go. See how cute?
Oh, we met Kim. Kim said, Kim said, there's Nitty Witch.
So
we're going to go back to in a second.
All right. We're all over the place. So obviously you can tell that we're still extremely excited about Rhinebeck, and we would go everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, we would go back often. Like if it was every weekend, we'd probably go.
Oh, Vivian said she saw us, but there were so many people. She looked from afar.
You get closer next time.
Oh, good question, Wendy. So let's go back real quick before the hill, right?
Let's take a deep breath.
This was one of my fangirl moments. So we went to the car and we were coming back in.
I made an ass of myself?
I don't think you did. You think you did? But we ran into cocktail hour at the Coop. So I was I saw him walking out. I was like, oh my God, it's cocktail hour at the Coop, ladies.
They were on a mission.
I was like, hey, cocktail hour at the Coop.
I don't think that they wanted to talk to anybody at the moment because they were like walking, and we like literally got in their personal space.
Sure did.
And said, oh my God, I love you guys.
I wanted to meet them.
I did too.
It's Leanne and Liz.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen their podcast before, and their family owns a farm in New Jersey. So they gave us a little koozie.
We each got one.
Yep, we each got a koozie from them.
See, we should have done something like this.
Maybe next year.
All
right, so now back to the hill. So we go to the hill. We get to meet a bunch of you guys. We also, good. Amy's going to go next year. And we got to meet Lewis from Brooklyn Boy Knits.
We did. He's so cool.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
He just has like a cool aura about him. Like what's the word where people are drawn to you?
Magnetic.
Maybe. Yes, magnetic.
Who else? And then we got to hang out with Justin and Caleb again.
Yep. I feel bad. Like I don't know if they're on right now, but I feel like we took them away from like their normal what they were doing. Yeah, we totally still have the Rhinebeck High.
Yes, we met. Oh my gosh, yes, Todd. We met Vesuvius, so Vincent, in the parking lot. Yeah, we got to stalked by the knitting posse, right? The knitting posse.
Yeah. So we'll talk. I have more things to say about the.
Oh, they're so great.
About Kim and Kate from Sunday. Sunday, I think they took it to
So Saturday escalated. Was great. So we've talked about the knitting posse. They're from Connecticut as well. And
they're totally our BFFs.
We've met 3 of the 4. We've still
Laura. Where are you?
We have not met Laura, so we're gonna have to stalk Laura.
I bet we can get her address and just
show up at her house.
I wonder what she would do.
So we're just hanging out, and all of a sudden we hear these people yelling, "Oh my God, it's Kevin and Ray!" We turn around and it's Kim and Kate. I'm dying. It's hysterical.
And they're like running up the slope at us.
The slope. So much fun. And Kate brought us some trail mix, which was actually much needed.
It was delicious.
It was much needed at that time.
It was.
So that was so much fun. And who else? I mean, everybody. There was everybody on the hill. So I also felt really weird approaching people.
Same.
Because we saw Amy from Lobby Anime there. We saw Ken from.
Oh, Ken.
Is that Ken John?
Ken? Yeah.
I feel like I always say it.
Is that Ken? Is that Ken's?
Is that Ken John? Right.
I think it's just Ken's yarn.
Okay. So we saw him there as well. Where he was about.
I totally was. I was like this close to getting a little bit hangry.
Oh yes. And he really tried to say that he doesn't.
No, but hangry. I'm getting a little bit.
You are not getting any better with your hangriness. His name is Jake Kenyon. Okay, so he was there. So like it was just weird. Like it was weird like wanting to approach people, like approach them. And then we saw Nitty Natty.
Oh yeah.
We
and so many of you like
just the highlight for us was just getting to meet a bunch of the viewers of our channel and getting to say hi. I met hold on. She's from Connecticut, New Haven. We talked. I don't know where my phone is.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. I feel like
we have a lot of stuff still to show.
Yeah, we do. So so that was kind of like the hill. The hill's just such a.
We could have stayed there pretty much like for the rest of the day.
But I got hungry.
Cool. Yeah, we got hungry. But then I ate that trail mix, and then I felt there's Justin.
There he is.
Trouble. Oh, my hangriness. Yeah. So Justin, Caleb, Kevin, and I were talking about our levels of hungry and who gets hangry and when. Apparently, I'm going to share this, but apparently Caleb doesn't know when he gets hangry, but Justin is really in tune to that, so he can tell when he gets hangry.
There's a lot of similarities between the four of us, and like you and Caleb have some, Justin and I have some, Caleb and I have some, you and Justin have some.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then obviously we have the same style because we were all twinsies. For those of you who haven't seen that picture.
Yeah,
this was day 2, but we posted it on Instagram. But for those of you who don't follow us on Instagram.
In this picture too, we didn't realize that we looked similar until about 20 minutes after the 4 of us were hanging out. I think it was Caleb who actually recognized that we were all
we were kind of twinning. It was really fun.
So we spent a good like hour and a half-ish maybe on the hill.
There's twin set number 1. I don't think. Let's see.
And then what else did we do? So after we were on the hill, we went to eat, and we were actually obsessed with this beverage that Brooklyn Boy Knits had it. So Lewis had it, and it's in like a Chinese food,
like a soup container,
Chinese soup container.
Yeah,
and we've had them before at a.
Hey, there's Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. So it was lemonade or orangeade or a lime fizz drink.
Yes.
So we really wanted to find that. So we found that. We had some lunch. Thank you, Todd. Elephant trunk. Yes. We had that, and we ate lunch, and then we did our shopping.
Yeah. which was so much better because it was like 1:30, 2 o'clock. It was a totally different experience. Yeah. And then we caused some damage to our credit cards, I think, at that point. Donna says that Rhinebeck had 30,000 or more per day, I guess.
Whoa.
Yeah. Pre-COVID, and they limited it to 10,000. So there had to be 10,000 people because they were out of tickets.
Yeah. Saturday was sold out.
Yeah, they were all sold out. Yeah.
All right. So then we decided to go back shopping. And this is part of the reason we went back on day 2 is we really stuck on Saturday to A, B, C, D, and E. And we didn't hit a lot of the back booths at first. So that's kind of one of the reasons we went back on Sunday.
Yeah. So plus we want to see our friend Jill.
Yes.
Zielinski.
So then on my next purchase.
So I'm still on day 1.
Yeah. So my next purchase came from Into the World.
You remember what you got at what point in time?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my next purchase came from Into the World, and I wanted to buy some fiber to spin.
Oh, I have one thing I need to get.
So I bought this. Is called the Hollow. It's a 60-20-20. So it's 60% merino, 10 or 20% yak, and 20% silk.
So you guys mark your calendars that Kevin says he wants to spin this.
Here. So this is from Into the World, and then here's the color.
We'll check in later on and see if he actually does it.
No, Amber, we did not get donuts. Oh, you know what? No. And here, so we met.
Oh, but we did meet Amber.
Yeah, we know Amber. Amber lives by us. Amber, we've provided her coupon code. So Amber is a yarn dyer in Connecticut.
Yep.
We have a coupon code for her. She has an Etsy shop. Our coupon code for Amber is in our show notes from last week. And I see Katie did bags here. So guys, in our stories yesterday, or 2 days ago, we have a coupon code for Katie did bags for her.
She did these awesome Halloween drawstring bags.
So her coupon code is.
Justin had 3 donuts. Are you
Ray
freaking
and Kevin
kidding
10.
me? Way to share. Although he did offer. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yes.
He did offer.
So I got this, the Hollow. And then my next one I purchased was called Celine. This is a 70-30.
Really pretty.
It is 70% superwash blue face Leicester and 30% nylon. So I was looking for fibers that, since I'm kind of new to spinning, that would be easy to spin. And he said I did a good job picking them, the guy in the booth. They have beautiful yarn. I have used their Dresden DK base before.
Right.
I knit my Lisle cap out of that, and that's probably my favorite version of the Lisle cap. So this is our next purchase. Yeah. So one of the booths that we spent the most time in.
I went a little cray-cray here.
We decided, I knew that going to Rhinebeck, one of my other purchases was going to be my sweater's quantity of yarn for my Once in Floral. I've kind of been building that sweater up. So we were checking out Primrose Yarn. They had a beautiful
great booth.
And
gorgeous.
The yarn that we chose, they actually had a sweater on a sweater form. Is that what it's called? A design form? Sweater form? A form, like a mannequin.
Really?
Yeah. Remember when we touched it? It was made out of this yarn. And that's why we decided to go with it. Good job, Ray.
No, I don't
Good job. So
I'm sure I do. I was a little, I don't know.
And I was looking for a navy yarn.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I've always envisioned my Once in Floral being. So I picked up a sweater's quantity from Primrose of their house base. It's a 2-ply fingering weight. It's 50% merino, 50% Shetland in their Stargazer colorway.
It is so soft.
So this is my yarn. I have a couple more skeins, but this is the yarn that I bought for that. And to give you an idea, I did buy my contrasting color, and I'll show that in a bit. But this is going to be the color for my flowers in it, for my roses. And what was really great about this,
and this is Once in Floral by Maxim Cyr.
Yeah, Once in Floral by Maxim Cyr.
Yep.
This is Spin Cycle yarn. So I'm going to pair that
This we
together.
had. This we didn't get there.
Right. This I got at Knit New Haven for Worldwide Knit and Public Day.
Yeah.
And the reason, what was great too, is they gave you $2 off each skein when you purchased a kit, and they considered a sweater's quantity a kit. So we got $2 off each skein.
Yes. And so I opted for a sweater's quantity as well. That wasn't my plan to get a sweater's quantity of yarn, but I saw this yarn, like Kevin said, and totally had to go for it. So I got the same base. It's a 2-ply fingering, like Kevin said, 50% merino, 50% Shetland, 400 yards. This is Comet. Oh, it's kind of blowing out a little bit. There you go.
Okay, Todd, I'll send you it. And I know I saw that Lucy was here. So hi, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy. So there's Primrose in the Comet colorway. This is probably going to be a So Basic.
It's going to be beautiful So Basic.
Isn't it going to be
such
gorgeous?
a good color?
Yeah.
I know it's kind of hard to see because we're in our living room and our lighting's
right
weird, but
the sun is now poking through.
Yeah, the sun's now moving to the front.
It's like a, it's like a, I want to say it's like a rusty gold.
I don't know. It's it's like a, it's almost
like a brown.
I'm going to say it's like a yellow brown.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a rusty gold, like a brownish.
Yeah. It's really
pretty.
Really beautiful.
So, yeah, very earth tones for sure. So this is going to be the So Basic sweater by Maxim Cyr, I think.
So
I have a picture.
I know.
Of that
so
for those of you.
Atmosphere was saying do the new pattern whiskey. Whiskey is
what? It's single malt.
Single malt whiskey pattern. Is
so this is single malt. Max just came out with this pattern. It's cool. It looks like a seed stitch or something all the way through. It's got a lot of texture. I don't know if you guys can really see that. Tarquin poked his head up.
He's so cute.
But this is the So Basic sweater.
So that's what
it's
you're
been around for a little while. Yeah. It's got some cool details on the sleeves, it looks like, and in the raglan. I don't know. That'll be my 4th sweater. I've never knit a fingering weight sweater before. I think that'll be really cool.
So then our next stop, I believe, was
this was our
last purchase of
I forgot to say.
Oh yeah.
We in our
this was early in the day.
Yeah, in our chaotic barn extravaganza with Justin and Caleb.
Justin, he thought I was talking to Matt.
Hey baby.
Max when I said, hey baby, he's so cute.
I mean, so we met Julie when we were with Justin and Caleb.
When we came out of the barn and ran into them.
And she has a book, and she gave us a copy of her book. How amazing. It's called Contemplative Knitting by Julie Sakura. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Sakura or Kakura. It's so cool. Because, we always, like, as knitting, we talk about an easy project or something that's meditative, something that's relaxing. And this is all about, finding that, which is really cool. I haven't really gone through so much, but there's like chapters on knitting for others.
Don't do that. No, I'm just kidding.
You're so messed up. It's kind of like spiritual, I guess, in a way. Like knitting prayers and different things, like prayer shawls and
Justin said
really cool stuff.
When we came out of the barn and you jumped him from behind.
Yeah, well, thank you for doing that because.
Or what was it? Oh, we were taking the picture and Caleb was squeezing an arm. He's like, "That's not Justin's arm."
So we're like, doing this, and Caleb had his arm as well. All of a sudden, I feel somebody do this. I'm like, wait a minute.
No, Caleb was like, "Oh no, that's not Justin's arm. That's too hairy."
Very funny.
Yeah. All right. So our last purchase
of the day,
right, came from Ms. Babs.
It did,
right?
Because there was no line.
No,
because we waited.
And we can say I am a sucker for a name.
Yes, you are.
So my first purchase,
I got a few things.
It says it's a kit. It's the Knights Who Say Knit set.
Oh, hold on. Before you do that, we got one more thing from Primrose.
Oh,
and I had to share this because this is the most amazing thing. And wanted to go back on Sunday to get a few more, and we didn't make it. But Tufts has chapstick lip balm.
What flavor was that one?
Well, this is like espresso.
Oh, it is espresso.
Vanilla espresso or something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. I ripped off the tag, but it is so yummy and feels so good on the lips that I wanted to get some more, but they had a whole bunch of different kinds. So I'm going to be looking for this in the near future because it was really awesome. Who knew?
I know. So we went to Miss Babs as we were going through, and there was nobody there. There was no line anymore. It was probably like 2:30ish. So we got to just kind of peruse, and I saw this set. Oh wait, I gotta look.
We'll slow down a little bit.
No, somebody had just mentioned a Stephen West shawl.
Dustland.
Oh, and hi, Simply Mora. I saw Dustland. Thank you, because I'm gonna buy some patterns today because he still has his sale. So I found this set, which is 2 skeins of their Yummy 2-ply and 6 Yummy 2-ply toes. So it's their 100% superwash merino fingering weight yarn. There's almost 1,600 grams in it. Oh. And this is called King Arthur and Plover.
What's the plover part?
I have no idea.
King Arthur.
I literally, guys, I saw the name King Arthur, and then I saw the colors, and I'm like, this has to go home with me. So here, I'll do it this way. No, I'll do it this way. And then I'll do this way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's take that out.
Take that part out. You could just, this way you can see all the colors.
So here's all the colors.
Crinkle party.
So we have very almost bare yarn.
Yeah.
And then a gradient. We have 2 grays.
It's called Plover.
So,
oh my gosh, those are the Knights of King Arthur's Court.
Oh, what the colorways are called? What?
No, they're not. I lied.
So it's oxidized silver.
Don't listen to
Field Mouse.
Poop Show.
Jetty. Barnacle. Antique Brass. Old Gold. And this is Plover. Oh. So I saw this and I had to grab it. And then my next purchase from Miss Babs is to go, and I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet. So I believe it's going to go with my Primrose yarn. This would be my background color.
Primrose Everdeen.
To go with that. And then my Spin Cycle.
Oh, God, that is gorgeous.
So I'm thinking.
Look at that.
I'm thinking this might be my Once in Floral.
Oh, Piping Plover is a bird. It's mostly white. Thank you.
And this color is called Chirp.
Kev, it's gorgeous.
And
that's going to be amazing.
Lucy wanted to know how the line was. So Lucy, at the beginning of the day, the line was awful. When we went, there was nobody there.
Nobody there.
So yeah, I
definitely wait on that.
This is it, guys.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, Kevin. It's going to be amazing.
The colors are showing I'm super excited to knit this, so I got to finish my Beauceron, and then I can cast this on.
Yeah.
And then my last purchase from Miss Babs was this color, which I eyed forever, and then I put it down, and then I made Ray buy it for me because I had already checked out. So this is Ocean Jasper.
Ooh.
Look at this.
I love the twist on that too.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty. Really, really
I
pretty.
Couldn't deal with this. I think it has to be a hat.
Yes.
Right? I think this might be a sock head, guys. Or something. Like,
yeah, it's gorgeous.
I couldn't even deal with this.
Yeah.
So that was my day one purchases.
So I only have a few more day one purchases. Day two purchases are only from two places, but it's a lot of yarn.
It's obnoxious.
So I also, of course, had to get some stuff from Miss Babs. So I'm looking at her Yowza collection in front of us. Now we had our masks on at this point too. And I'm looking, and there's there was a lady there, and she turns around and she's like, "Oh, Ray, hi, nice to meet you. I love your podcast." And, we were talking, and then I said, "Oh, Kevin's around here somewhere." And she goes, "Yeah, he looked a little bit busier. He was focused on something and tried to say hello or whatever it was." So I said to Kevin, I was like, "Oh, somebody tried to say hi to you, but you look like you were too busy."
So I told Ray, I was like, I know exactly who he was talking about. So for me, the way that the booth was set up, she was like, I think bent down looking at something on the bottom shelf. And I was trying to like peek around the corner. And when she popped up and said, "Oh, hi," I thought it was like "Oh, hi, why is somebody so close to me?" So I just did "Oh, hey," and like backed up and continued shopping because I didn't want to be in anybody's space.
Right.
Because COVID and people are uncomfortable. So it was so funny when he told me that later. I knew exactly who it was.
It was really cute. She was really nice. I think her name, I don't know what her name is.
I don't recall.
Amy or Sarah or something.
Don't make up stuff. Don't make up stuff.
That's what I think it should be. So I ended up getting some So I needed Todd Michael Thomas was with me, and we were kind of talking because he was wearing the Paris du Jour shawl, which Kevin had knit before, and Aaron from Fiber Hustle had knit before. It's a beautiful shawl. It's a DK weight shawl. I haven't knit it yet, and
it's a fun knit.
Yeah, and I really wanted to, but I didn't want to like force the yarn.
Yeah.
So I was looking, and Todd was kind of helping me. We were talking about what it was, and we pulled up the pattern because we had no internet access from there.
No, we had nothing.
Todd had like some special service.
He had like superpowers that gave him access.
So he had access to Ravelry
cellular service.
So we looked up the yardage, and I wanted to do this like gray. I saw it pop out. It's a solid. It's really pretty. It's 560 yards, which is just shy of what we need for for that pattern. But this is what I got. It's a beautiful tonal gray, silvery almost.
What's the name of it?
Slate. It's like a bluish gray almost, like light.
No, it's a really light gray.
Yeah, it's a light gray. And she also had these little guys too in the same color. It's they're very close.
No, they're incredible. Yeah, no, they're the same.
So if I don't have enough with the Yowza, I'm going to use this little guy.
You probably will need that. If I'm not mistaken, I used 4 skeins of yarn. I dyed.
Did you?
Yeah. So that would be 4. That almost 900 yards.
Well, this little one is 200 yards. So this is 760 yards. I should be fine.
Yeah, you should be okay.
Yeah. But I have to say, like, these gigantic Yowzas,
they're a great price.
It's a good price. We paid $48 for this. But if you think it's 225 grams, so like, that's a pretty good price. It's like 2 1/4 skeins of yarn. So yeah, yarn babies for sure. Totally like rocket to sleep.
Gary
at night.
Gary's doing Paris du Jour in similar gray from Wicked Ambition.
Oh.
Wicked Ambition. Why do I?
Does the gray look nice? I think it's going to look really nice. What? I can hear you smiling.
Don't listen to me smile.
I could hear you smiling. So that was what I got for one like a lot of this stuff I have projects for, which is fantastic.
That's a good thing. Is a lot of it we do have yarn or projects in mind for.
This is Paris du Jours. And then I also got one of these incredibly like these skeins of yarn.
Good point, Caleb.
Kevin did.
Caleb says he always thinks about his yarn cost in terms of cost per yard.
Oh, there you go. So winner, chicken dinner. I did pretty good. This is also from Miss Babs. This is a Babette,
which is a repeatable
colorway. This is called Coffee Break.
Jennifer Honeycutt.
Oh, hey. It's no longer Honeycutt. She got married. It's prosciutto. So this is called Coffee Break. It's a 2-ply, 100% superwash merino, 400 yards, 110 grams. And I just thought that this was really, really cool.
Hello from Drummondville, Quebec.
So this might be a Musselburgh.
As Jonathan from Jonathan's.
Yes, because we don't think that it's Musselburgh, even though everybody's saying Musselburgh.
It's
Musselburgh. We think it's like
Edinburgh.
Like Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like Musselburgh. So that's what I got. This beautiful spoke to me. It said, "Hi, can you buy me?" I said, "Sure."
So that was kind of
that was day one.
Day one. We did actually get to meet Angel from Scrappy Angel. We've been able to show some of her bags on the podcast before. Yes. We also met. We
met her a few times. We got a lot of hugging in.
We also ran into really nice. The owners of Must Love Yarn, which is a yarn shop in Vermont. Yes. So that was super fun.
So fun. Oh no, where's my little stitch marker?
I know, I dropped my stitch marker in my bag here. I can't find it. Uh-oh. So that was kind of day one.
I love that stitch marker.
We left there at about 3:30, got home about 5-ish.
Yeah, because the weather was gonna turn.
We were done, guys. We were exhausted. But
we couldn't stop talking about
we couldn't stop talking about it. We couldn't stop talking about the amazing people that we met. And I remember going to sleep Saturday night, and I'm smiling. A hard sleeper anyways. It takes me a while. And I remember I was getting all these flashbacks of moments throughout the day, and I literally laying in bed trying to sleep, and they would bring a smile to my face. So it was so amazing.
Yeah.
So then on Sunday, I wake up at 6 a.m. Ray has yet to wake up, and he comes
God forbid
downstairs.
I sleep past 6:30.
He comes downstairs, and I'm like, I wish we were going back today. There's so much that I missed. I did not know that Corey from iRock Knits was going to be there. And I knew that Jill Zielinski, who's also Knitterella, or not also. Well, Jill Zielinski, she is also Knitterella, was going to be there. And we didn't see her because we didn't have internet, and I didn't know where she was.
Yeah, we missed an entire building, apparently.
We missed multiple buildings. Yeah. And Tristan from Dragon Horde Yarn was there, and I keep calling him Ryan Motorcycle, but it's not. It's Ryan Michael Motorcycle on Instagram.
We kept missing each other. We kept seeing each other from a distance.
Yeah, so I was like, there's people there that I would love to see and run into, and I felt like we missed this whole section of Rhinebeck. So we talked about it for about 5 minutes and then decided that we were going to go back on Sunday.
Flash flood warning.
Ray called his mom at 6:30 in the morning.
So Kevin's like, should we go? I'm like, yeah, I would love to go. But we were supposed to podcast.
Right. That was a podcast day.
Yeah. And I said, well, maybe there aren't any tickets available because we knew that it had run out. And Kevin said that there were tickets. And I was like, I wonder if we should call my mom. You think she'll want to go with us? Because she stayed home and she watched Tarquin for us on Saturday, which wasn't as long a day as we thought it really wasn't.
We thought we were going to be gone for, let's say, like 10 hours or something like that. Right. And we weren't. So it felt more like a traditional work day for us.
Yeah. And so we called my mom, who, of course, thought immediately something was wrong because I do not call her at 6:30 in the morning. And then I did... I think I texted Kim and Kate at like 6:40 saying that we're going to be back.
They're probably sleeping.
They were probably sleeping. Whatever. I was so excited. And we decided to go.
Yeah.
It was a last minute decision.
Right.
We put up our apologies that our podcast did not go up that day. And we got in the car, picked up my mom, and we motored.
We left here at about 8:30ish and we got there at 10. So no line to get in. Parking was great. And we wanted to make sure that we hit the back barns, the ones that we
missed the day before.
So we started back there, and then we...
God, I forgot about those colors.
The first purchase that we made is...
We kind of beelined.
We we literally sought her out because I really wanted to meet her. We met Jill Zielinski, who is Knitterella. I had knit her 800-yard dash shawl.
Yeah.
Months back. I know I had showed it in a previous episode. I knit it with Cascades
220.
No, I knit it in Barocco Ultra Alpaca or something like that. It was 100% alpaca. And Jill had recently come out with her own yarn line, which is called North Bay Fiber.
Yes.
And it is a DK weight yarn. It's 100%.
They had a really cool, she had a cool booth.
Yeah, it's 100% Tarhi and Polypay wool.
Mm-hmm.
And so I looked it up because I had never heard of Polypay before.
She explained what it was if you had paid attention.
It's a 4-breed composite of Tarhi, Rambouillet, Dorset, and Finnish landrace breeds. Had beautiful colors.
Oh my God, gorgeous.
She had a
very
couple,
rustic.
Oh, Todd, I don't know if they lowered prices. I didn't pay attention. That's good to know, though. She was wearing a Colorwork sweater. She had one on display. She was wearing a shawl that she had knit with it, and there's a hat being released with the pattern. So I picked up 3 colors.
That's mine.
No, this one's mine. I got those 3 of these, and then you got all those.
I beg your pardon.
So I picked up these 3 colors.
You do a really good job with your color
pumpkin
choices.
Seed. This is Algae. And this is Steelhead.
Yeah.
Steelhead. So I actually wasn't sure, but now I think I'm going to try to find a colorwork hat with these.
That's going to be gorgeous.
And these are rather. So it's non-superwash, 50 grams, 23 microns, 150 yards, and it's a woolen spun.
Which 23 microns is pretty good for this.
It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful base.
Yeah.
I love it.
Same. So the shawl that Jill was wearing is new. I think it's a newish pattern that she just put out. It's called the Angler shawl. Here it is here. So I bought the pattern. She was wearing it, and what really sold me, you can kind of see it. That's a little bit better. What really sold me was touching it. Because we were talking, and she was even saying that the yarn, when you feel it, like it still holds its like bounce and fluffiness.
It's beautiful yarn.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous. It felt so
Angel.
soft. Bye, Angel. So I must be having a gray phase, or I want my shawls to be all gray right now. But I got 5 skeins of the Steelhead, which is what Kevin just showed with the rest of his. But I think that would make a really cool shawl. It's a very simple looking shawl. It's got some garter ridges and some stockinette in there as well. It was really cool, to touch things. And like Freaky Geek says, the best part of shopping in person is to get to touch things. Yeah. So I was very happy, very excited about meeting her and hanging out. And then
I knew you were going there.
Well, because we probably owe Jill an apology. Well, I think the knitting on behalf of Knitting Posse, because they caused quite a ruckus. Of course, we ran into Kate and Kim again, and they caused quite a scene. So we were like talking, we were all excited to see each other. Things got a little bit loud. Right inside her booth, I think.
Oh, we got to meet her husband too.
We did. He came back with some
falafels,
not for us. And it was really cool. It was really, really fun to meet her. It was fun to like run into friends again. Oh, we also ran into.
Oh my gosh, we ran into Linda from Knit New Haven, the owner of Knit New Haven, and then we ran into Scout House Yarns. We showed their yarn. We actually have some to show next week
on Saturday. Yeah.
So we ran into Scout House Yarns. We showed some of their yarn off maybe like a month or so ago, and we sent some out for our giveaway winners. Our 10,000, maybe 10,000 subscriber giveaway. I think
was it
because we didn't use it for Let's Hear It for the Boys. We used all.
It might have been the 10,000.
Yeah. So we ran into Scout House Yarn, and we ran into Linda from New Haven. Yeah, in that same
booth. It was same barn.
So it was Scout House, Linda, Jill, and Kim and Kate.
And my mom, somebody had asked if my mom enjoyed herself. And yes, she thoroughly enjoyed herself. We were talking about it even more today. She, just like us, if you're not surrounded by people who like fiber people, knitters or whatever, these events are so cool. And for us to be able to sit down and talk to you all about this, like, cause where we're coming from, the feelings, but in our everyday lives, it's hard to talk about or be as excited about these things if other people don't share that. like talking to like your normal friends.
Yeah.
About, oh, look at all this stuff that's beautiful. And then like, oh yeah, cool.
And kind of to touch on that too. And there's something else I wanted to say. That was one of the best experiences about this too, is that we have really never been to a fiber festival.
No.
We've gone to one, and that was a small one in Connecticut. And at the time, I wouldn't say we were part of the community. I was barely knitting as it was. I didn't really know what I liked to knit. I didn't know any knitters at all, anybody who knit. So it was just me like trying to figure things out on my own. So this was really the first time being out and knowing the community and people in it. So that helped so much. It was such an amazing experience just because of that. And I saw somebody like probably an hour ago ask if we ran into the knitting posse, and we did. No. Kim and Kate. No, that's a lie. Knitters League. Kim and Kate introduced us to them, and so we met Lori,
Julie, and Elisa.
Yes, because Sophia was not there, so we did get to meet them. So it was all we.
So at one point, I think we have a picture. I don't have the picture. I think Kim and Kate might have the picture.
I think I might.
You did? I thought you were supposed to send me all the pictures that you took. So I didn't take a lot of pictures.
So I'll actually just go through some. So here we met Vincent, Vesuvius Crafts.
You have to like hide your face.
We met.
Oh yeah, so
we met Corey, who's iRock Knits,
and Corey was such a delight to talk to. If you guys don't watch her podcast, totally check her out. She's got a really funny, great sense of humor. She's funny. She's easy to talk to.
Us with Jill.
Yeah. What time was that?
10:53.
All right, so there's where we were at 10:53.
Us with
Scout
House Sharns.
What's around my neck? Oh, my mask.
Your mask.
I was like, I don't remember wearing anything.
Irina, Fiber Chats.
Oh my gosh! So that's what happened on Saturday. That was so exciting.
Pictures.
I think Irina is actually having a live right now with Blue Fiber Co.
And here's our.
You're not letting me finish stories.
Wait, and here's the picture with all of us Connecticut podcasters. Well, the ones that we know of. So Knitting Posse, us, and Knitters League.
Can I see?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh yeah, such a great picture. Okay. So sorry, continue your story.
I don't remember what I was saying.
I'll send it to you, Kate.
No, you won't. He won't.
Did you see Andrea Maurer? We did not actually.
No, she was the one person I really wanted to see because I totally feel like we're friends, even though she doesn't know who we are. Because we watch her.
I'll knit if I want to.
I'll knit if I want to, which is really an awesome.
Yeah, I enjoy that. That's so informative.
Yeah.
So let's go on to our last purchase of the day, guys. Well, this is where we really asked to not
be
hit the fan judged. Well, it was kind of like a pre-purchase, and we just ran into the person and picked up our stuff.
Yeah, we may have gone a little overboard seeing it all together, but we're happy to support this Michelle, who's Woolens and Nosh. She was a great, like Sunday. This is, fantastic. Sunday we hung out with Justin and Caleb and just kind of walked around. Michelle. We hung out with Michelle.
I asked to not be judged.
There is no judgment. We've already set this up. So Woolens and Nosh, Michelle is known for her self-striping. She does a freaking fantastic job, and she's a lot of. I feel like Justin knows what we're gonna show.
All right. So here we're just.
So she's known for her DK self-striping. She's very good at that. All self-striping, but like I think. She's one of the few places that you can get some like regular.
So to start with this too is that on Saturday,
Lucy said fat chance not being judged.
On Saturday,
judgment will go in our favor though.
Caleb was wearing the Typhoon Shawl by Josh.
Josh.
And I don't know how to say the last name. Josh Rhinebeck. So this shawl, guys, is it's
not backwards, right? For them,
every podcaster does this at least multiple times through their podcasting tenure that they ask if everything's backwards.
Okay.
It is a shawl used with one skein of a solid and one skein of self-striping.
Yes. Oh, Michelle's casting that on next week.
So I love the one that Caleb was wearing.
Me too.
And I was like, oh man, that's perfect. I need to knit this. So
do we have a picture of Caleb's?
Here's my first one. This is Frog and Toad. This is on the 75% superwash Corriedale, 25% nylon. It comes with a mini. So I'm going to use my mini in it as well. This is a beautiful, it's like green, beige, brown. So this is going to be my first Typhoon.
Yep, and I'll show you mine. Mine is going to be on, I have to choose a solid color for this, but mine is going to be on Fancy Schmancy Pumpkins.
This color is gorgeous. Like, I can't even with this one. So
oh my God, I can't. I'm so excited.
I'm going to use that same colorway and make socks. And this is on the 90% superwash Tarhi, 10% nylon 3-ply. This may be a Typhoon as well. I don't know because I love it so much.
I don't have
so it has
for anything else.
A couple different, like a blue-green almost. And it has some coral colors in there and some nice white. Beautiful.
Yes. Oh, yeah. She's got an Advent too, which we did not purchase. I may be having some regrets there, but we're okay.
All right. Please continue.
Okay. This is DK. This. Wait till you see. This is like so cool.
I don't know that I saw this one.
Are you jealous? This is called Fall is My Favorite.
I am kind of jealous.
Yeah, you should
That's really nice. That's stunning.
So this is Fall is My Favorite.
I'm sure I saw it, but it's
I want these to be socks.
I love
but they're so cool that I kind of want it to be a DK hat.
I love the pink in it. The pink is such a perfect pop.
Right?
Yeah.
Fall is my favorite.
So my next one from Woolens and Osh, I believe it was Caleb knit with this. And I love the color. And I finally was able to catch it. This is Percolate.
Yes, that one's beautiful.
So this is again on the 90% superwash Tarhi, 10% nylon, which is a 3-ply. Oh, percolated. I'm sorry. It's percolated. So brown, orange, maroon, some beige. Stunning. I love this color. Love this color.
This one is also one of her fall colors. This is called Deep Fall.
Oh, that's good too. Oh my God. Why do I feel like I didn't see this? I think so, Caleb.
What?
Earth Tone Girls use percolated.
Oh, she did?
It's such a beautiful color.
Was she there?
I don't think she was.
I don't think she was either. I thought she was supposed to be. I would have loved to have met Denise.
And then this, I haven't done Christmas socks before, but I saw this on...
Yeah, she had some of her Christmas. I got it percolated as well.
Just a pre-order for this, so I really wanted to get this. This is called Mr. Fizzy Wig. And I like a drink from
Sam Adams.
Sam Adams has a Fizzy Wig bear. So
Old Fizzy Wig.
Fizzy Wig. So I had to buy this because of that, because you know me and names.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is just a really great Christmassy colorway.
Totally. Now I got this one because of the mini, which is so different. If you, I wish I had a picture of it. If you go, I don't know. If you go to her shop
online,
I wonder if you can see how it's knit up with the mini, but this is called Sprout.
The mini on this is ridiculous.
So the mini for the heels and toes,
so good.
It makes it look like fertilized soil.
Yeah, it looks like it's soil with the white stuff.
Yeah,
in it. It's so
incredible. Like I saw there was a sample sock with it knit up. And I think we had just almost finished our purchases.
Yeah.
And
I have one more.
I saw that one. No. I saw that and I was like, okay, you can add that to my bag too. So my mom's haul was zero. But I did buy something for my mom. And I forgot to give it to her.
This is my last purchase of Rhinebeck. This is just classic, like Halloween almost. This is on the Tarhi base as well. This is just called Nevermore.
Ooh, I love that too.
Just a good like Halloween-y one.
Yeah. Somebody said that this one looks Christmassy. I guess it could kind of look Christmassy. I mean, the orange, it might not be showing up too well.
That's my haul.
That looks Christmassy?
Well, it has the red and the green.
It does, yeah. Maybe.
And it has like that, almost like a maroony or like a
I think that orange
red wine color in there.
Maybe in person it's a little different. Anyway, so this I bought for my mom. My mom is just knitting her first pair of socks now. So I thought this was really cute. This is called Christmas at Orchard House. So it's like
pretty.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. So I'll either knit her a pair of socks or give her the skein because she's starting to knit her own socks. So it might be kind of fun for her to do one with a mini and stuff. But
I'm excited for all the
like
I can't wait to knit my Typhoon.
I know, same. And Guy, oh yeah, look, we also picked this up at North Fiber
because our haul was so big, we needed a bigger bag.
Look how huge these bags are. So we got that also at Jill's.
Wait, what's from Little Women?
What?
She said from Little Women.
Yes, the Christmas.
Oh crap! I would have bought it just because of the name, and I love Little Women.
Well, good thing you didn't.
See, that's why, guys. I'm a sucker for a name. If it reminds me of something, I would just buy it. That's why I'm excited. I bought the sweater yarn and the shawl yarn there because that's going to be my Rhinebeck shawl and my Rhinebeck sweater yarn.
Speaking of Rhinebeck shawls, because it was so warm.
We are, Caleb. It's disgusting.
Yeah, we're fully stocked. Our pantry is pretty good now.
But we have a ton of projects in mind. I say that over half of what we bought is already spoken for.
Yes, and they're like sweater quantities of things and large shawls and stuff.
This, Gracie, the name of this, Christmas at Orchard House. So it's inspired by Little Women, which is such a good movie.
Such a good movie. So speaking of shawls, because it was so hot, I went through a few
you went
dressing
through
changes.
Talk to me about pantry. I want to one day we need to see Justin and Caleb's pantry.
Yes. So it after once it was hot, Kevin and I took our sweaters off, and Kevin threw on his.
I wore this. I will say this actually.
It looks beautiful.
So much attention.
Yeah. Well, because it's gorgeous.
So I wore this on day one.
Yeah.
There were a lot of slip extravaganzas. I met some amazing women who just stopped me and wanted to talk about it. So we talked about the I-cord bind off with 1,000 stitches.
That was
and I got like so excited because Brooklyn Boy Knits commented on it. He was like, "Oh my God, that's gorgeous." I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're famous."
I wore mine too, which is not as, but this is the difference, right? Like, so this is why it was so cool to see all these slip extravaganzas because they're all so different, you know. So this one was mine, so I wore this one as well.
It's such a beautiful color. I love,
but how
whiskey.
different they are.
I love the pop of whiskey in this.
Yeah, me too.
One of my favorites. It's one of my favorite colors.
Yeah. This is all Trilogy yarn in her MCN merino cashmere nylon base. So I went from this sweater to this,
and then
I wore this a few different ways.
Yeah, he had to change and then throw that on a different way so that it looked like different.
Well, they are totally different shawls, right? So, like for example, let's see if I can do the Andrea Mowry. How to wear your shawl.
And just my shawl was knit out of Lolo Did It. It's on her 75-25 base.
So this is how.
Oh, you're gonna fidget the whole.
No, I'm not.
Yep.
No, watch. So this is how I wore it. There, look, right? Looks pretty good.
That was the first way.
It's pretty good. That's the first way.
And then he put.
And then I like to wear it.
Wait, so now do your. Outfit, no, your outfit changed. You changed.
Oh, so then I went from that to
then you threw on this shawl.
I threw on this, which is my Vertices Unite.
So this was our second trip to the car.
So yeah,
so that you could get this.
And then so I put on the Vertices Unite, which is this one. I actually love this shawl. And so this one I wore the same way. right?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
So this was change number 3.
Right. So that
change
was
number 3.
And then we went back to the car.
We
and
went back
again.
And we changed. And now this is my favorite way to wear this shawl.
Lulu, the walk to the car was less than, I would say, 2 minutes.
Not bad at all.
2-3 minute walk. It was the parking is so close to it. It's not a bad walk at all. And there's about 3 to 4 different at least 4 entrances to the park that I knew of, and we were parked pretty close to one of them. And then so
I like to wear it kind of like a poncho. Speaking of ponchos, Justin had that beautiful poncho that first day. I can get behind a poncho.
I'm going to knit the poncho that Justin had for a friend.
Yeah, I like how this is.
Yeah. So that was kind of our Rhinebeck. So would you have done anything differently?
I don't think so. Not for the first one.
No,
I think as much as we say we missed some things and wanted to go back, like I didn't pet the sheep, even though we got close. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to pet the sheep.
Okay.
But I would do that next time. I would not change anything. Would you?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't change anything. So I'm a bit of a planner, though.
Yeah.
I think we talked about this before, where I like to really plan even my day out, just so that I know that I could leave time.
Bye, Lucy.
At the end. Bye, Lucy. I really like to have a plan. Yeah. It doesn't have to be written down. It's just like a mental plan, and kind of knowing what I want to do and what, make sure things get done in a weird order.
Tarquin's starting to dream.
And I don't think you can plan that well. I do know that next year, do you have your pamphlet still?
Yeah.
I did not know this, guys, until about 3 days ago. So in the pamphlet that you can get, there's a map of the grounds here. So this is where we spent the majority of our first day. So A, B, C, D, and E's here. And then up here is the rest of your barns. What I did not know is that in the back of this beautiful pamphlet is a list of all the vendors and where they are.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
I spent the day trying to get it on my phone.
Right.
So it's kind of like how I don't read patterns. I didn't go through this fully to know what information was in here. So I think that's kind of helpful. And I'll use this definitely next year. Like I said to Ray, what I would do next year is do my pass through from, let's say, 9 to 11:30.
Oh, I did this all backwards.
Check off like the places I want to go back to.
Right.
I would have lunch, go to the hill at noon.
Hang out with peeps.
Hang out on the hill for like an hour and a half or so, and then go back and do my shopping, because then I feel like the booze would have calmed down a bit.
Yeah.
And if it's not a special colorway, it's definitely going to be there. And if we plan on going back on Sunday, that takes a little bit less pressure.
Take some of the pressure
off to shop.
Yeah.
So I would not really worry about that and really think about going back on Sunday and doing my shopping then, and kind of just have an idea of what I want.
I will absolutely take off that Monday.
Yeah.
Because I did not take off the Monday. You did.
I did.
And I think that would have made all the difference.
Yeah, for sure.
To take that. Yeah. Just to take that day off.
But yeah, I think it's a great experience. I think on Saturday, if you do decide to go and you've never been, just be prepared to have a lot of fun and get to interact with people. Yeah. Everybody was so friendly. People would just come up and stop you to take a picture of what you're wearing or to touch it. So that's called the Rhinebeck Hug, I think.
Apparently.
It's people will grab your knits, and that's okay. It's okay to be knit grabbed. The food there was great. You have a lot of options for food and beverages.
Options. Yeah.
It's just, it was a fantastic, fantastic experience. Right. I'm so happy that we were able to finally go. I'm so happy that we were able to meet friends. I think I said this to our knit night on Thursday night. It's been, for all of us, it's been a really rough, we're almost going on 2 years now of this pandemic.
Was my zipper down? No, it was not. It might have looked like it, but it's not.
So it's been a rough 2 years, right? We've been quarantined to houses. We haven't been able to see a lot of friends and family. And we tend to think a lot of the negative things that have come out of COVID. But then this just kind of reminded me of that positive stuff that came out of it, where we've been able to connect with people virtually and make some really good friends.
Yeah.
And we finally got to meet them in person.
Yeah.
So it just kind of made me appreciate the past 2 years in a weird way. Because a lot of positive things came out of it. Yeah. So that was just, I also walked away like invigorated. I want to knit, and I came back inspired. I saw so many beautiful projects and amazingly talented people.
Yeah.
That I really just, I want to knit all the things, and I want to push myself a little bit more too as a knitter. I really want to become a garment knitter. I enjoyed the process of knitting a sweater and seeing the beautiful sweaters there. A fully cabled cardigan is in my future. Mm-hmm. That is
not mine. I would love to own one.
I will be knitting one. I will be knitting probably Timberline, Brooklyn tweed, and I will be using Brooklyn tweed yarn most likely for it. And I want to knit a white cabled pullover sweater that kind of looks like Chris Evans in Knives Out. So that's kind of my takeaway from it.
Like the movie Knives Out.
Yeah, the movie's Knives Out. He wore that Aaron Waite sweater. So that, I don't know, that's kind of like what I got from Rhinebeck. It was full of good times and joy and
it was
memories.
All positive.
Yeah.
It really was all positive.
Yeah.
And like if you go, like for us, we know that we're not all about the whole crowded booth thing, and it's not worth, for us anyway right now, to wait in line for an hour to get a skein of yarn.
Yeah.
Like that special skein for us isn't worth that whole bit.
Nope.
So next year, if you see us, sorry, Tarquin was stretching. He's very cute.
Hi, baby.
Say hello. I can't wait. I just can't wait to like do more of these. We may do another one.
Oh, we may do one next weekend, guys. There's a fiber festival in.
Why did you just gasp like that?
West Springfield, Mass.
Yeah, I know.
It's on November 6th and 7th. So we may go there next weekend, Pasta Doble.
We'll see. I'm off. Okay, so this is going to be exciting. So we are back to our regularly scheduled podcast
next weekend.
We had never missed a week before.
Yeah, this was the first time we missed a podcast
week, a fortnight.
Yeah.
So this was a special occasion, obviously. Don't worry, we're back on track starting Saturday. But we wanted to do this to sit down with you all just to like.
Oh, it's not next week. I'm sorry. I said next weekend for the Fiberfest.
It's the weekend after.
2 weeks.
Right. So my point was I'm looking at some PTO coming up, not the week after next, which will be great because that'll be a good way to end the week. So we have a lot of works and show next time. We have a lot of things to show.
Somebody asked if we had Halloween plans. We are going to do we're recording on the 30th. We're doing Fiber Hustle Bingo on the 30th.
Bingo.
And we need to figure out costumes for that.
Yeah, we don't have
I don't know if we're going to do costumes for our podcast that day, just because we would then have to uncostume and then recostume to like take him and do all that stuff. So we'll see.
I think it might be safe to say, and I hate to put it out there in the universe, that Ethel and Carlotta may not be making a reappearance this year.
Yeah, they may not.
Just because I'm growing this guy back.
We were thinking about having their husbands stop by, but
right.
I haven't figured that out yet.
If you want to meet Ethel and Carlotta's husbands.
So we've been toying with that, but I don't know. Where I haven't say your
Jared Flood. That's great.
That's great.
Perfect.
And guys, I will talk about this in the next episode. Like I'll go into details about this and my thoughts about this sweater, since I haven't shown it as a finished object. And what else? Do you guys have any questions before we wrap this up? Because we're just at an hour and a half. So any questions you want us to answer?
Yeah, we probably missed a bunch because we were just talking.
Yeah. This was different. We really wanted to be the main focus, be on Rhinebeck and give you guys as much information as we could.
Can you imagine if we tried to put this into a regular one of our episodes?
No, it'd be like
Ethel and Carlotta would look beautiful with beards. I mean, that's a possibility.
If we did a podcast with all this, that would be like Avengers Endgame. It'd be like 3.5 hours.
You know what it would remind me of? Ethel and Carlotta in beards. You know that scene in Spaceballs where they capture their stunt doubles?
Yes.
And you have the princess with he's got like the beard and the cigar coming out.
Oh my gosh, that's so
funny.
All
right.
What was the total break? I have no. I did. You don't look at that. You just.
But see, we were very lucky enough. We had not. We put aside some stuff, where we were able to, to do this. This is obviously not something that we do.
Luke, this pattern. This pattern is Ivone. The Ivan by Veronique Avery, which is a Brooklyn tweed pattern. It is a cardigan with no buttons. It's knit in pieces, and it has a crescent. I'll give this little detail. It has a crescent sleeve.
Okay.
All right, guys. Any knit night plans? Gary, actually, we keep talking about it.
We
have to do one. Let's say we're going to do one in November. We'll figure out a day. We'll get one planned. Thank you.
Somebody was saying that
I love it.
Grocery Girls have this in their shop. If you're interested.
David from Fiber Optic Yarns. That's who we spoke with.
Oh, hello, yes, David. Thank you. Now I can sleep better knowing that that's you.
All right. So I guess we will wrap this up, guys. Thank you for spending the last hour and a half with us. I hope
it makes me want to go back to Rhinebeck.
It does. Bad. I hope we gave you guys some good information, gave you some ideas for next year if you plan on going.
That's a great idea. Yes. I'm like toying back and forth with the idea of using Discord.
Yeah, I like it a little bit better.
Of a group. I think it would be cool. It's just trying to get all that stuff situated and then making sure that that's something that's accessible for everybody.
Yeah, I think it would be great because I feel like I'd be more active on Discord than I am in Ravelry.
Yeah, Ravelry makes it very difficult.
So, Star, if you had some experience with it and want to give us some feedback, if you want to send us a message on Instagram and just kind of let us know like how you felt using it, that'd be really helpful because I could kind of see us using it way more than Ravelry.
Yeah, same.
I would love to hear how people are using it. Because that'd be really good for even
for our knit-alongs and all of those things. Yeah, because we just started like using Instagram a lot more for our knit-alongs.
I mean, we barely use Instagram.
We're very bad at it, but we're trying to get better.
Yeah, we're trying to get better with our social medias.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much for spending time with us again. I hope this was helpful and informative, and we will be back next week with a normal episode. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and we will not see you in a fortnight. We will see you in 1 week.
1 week.
Just one. I don't know.
Long night.
I was going to try to come up with something clever, but I can't.
There probably is. Those British come up with some clever things.
Well, no, it's not. Yeah, true. Yeah. All right, bye everybody.
All right, love y'all. Bye.
End stream. End.